Good morning, everyone. We're about to bring you the latest COVID-19 UAE updates. However, if you found this podcast through an article, which so many of you are doing, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts so you can get your Dubai news daily. Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? And welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. It's Sunday. We're so excited to start the week with you. But today we have a massive storm update for you. We're going to be talking about that. We'll also be talking about the tragedy, helicopter crash in Abu Dhabi. And we have Lady Rosa in studio talking all things presenting and how things can go wrong on air.
And we will also be talking about alien invasions at the Expo 2020 site. Out of the world news.
And all things Expo as well.
Yes, but first, Casey, did you know that people are now charging guests to pay for slices of cakes at their wedding?
You sent me the title, and it was one of these things, and I was like, what? But it's also one of those things where I read the title, I didn't actually read the full story. So if you could elaborate, that'd be fantastic.
So at a wedding, this British couple, they were
Was it here?
I'm not sure about that. Like,
okay.
I don't know if it was here or somewhere, like maybe in the UK, but I think it was in the UAE. So what happened was they were having a wedding, and then they scanned through the CCTV footage afterwards to see which all guests took an extra slice of cake. And whoever took an extra slice of cake were charged 3.66 pounds, which is like 18 dirhams per slice. So they were sent the invoice. They're like, okay, you took an extra slice of cake, so you have to pay for this slice now, which is so bizarre. Like,
no, that's because if you tell someone, we could get into the whole, like, you know, wedding etiquette, but you can after this, and like get your opinion on that. But like that's illegal, because you can't charge someone for something unless there's like a price tag as you go up to it, right? Like you have to, as a consumer,
you have to be informed in advance.
You have to be informed, right? So it's like you're on the internet, and just because I look at something doesn't mean I'm gonna.
Unless they've told the guests the rules beforehand, saying like, listen, it's one slice per guest, no one gets another slice. But you know what? I think it's in the UK because they were charged in pounds.
I would love to know the full story of this. Like, because if that's the situation with the cake, you know that there was more awkwardness at that wedding in terms of.
No, they were charged afterwards. Like, so it wasn't at the wedding or during the wedding. It was just after the whole thing was wrapped up. The couple looked back the CCTV footage and went like, extra slice. And got in touch with the guests, send them the invoice.
It's such a weird one, because let's say, for example, but with drinks, right? Let's say, for example, if you say, I'm going to give a certain amount of drinks to, let's say, the amount of £500 for all of the guests. And then if they go over, you've amounted £500 for that.
Yeah.
So maybe if there was like a mistake at the bar, but with a cake, surely you've already paid for the cake. And you know how many, like if you don't want to give your guests more cake, only have a slice per person.
Yeah, like have them cut and ready to be served.
If you don't want all your guests, like, I just think people in weddings, and like, I just think that sometimes people try to have like a nicer cake or bigger things, and it's like, if you don't want to actually treat your guests, then like cut down lots of things. I don't know. We don't know the full story in this one, but it's weird. Don't like it.
So weird. Honestly, like, I would feel weird having friends like that, you know, getting charged an invoice the next day, like. What?
It's not so I want to know more about but it's not like the hospitable, welcoming environment you have that you want, because the whole point is bringing friends and family together for a loving celebration. And like the cake is really relevant. It's not part of like its tradition, but it doesn't actually have much meaning, right? So it's like like if you're not gonna if it's not gonna be fun, if it's not gonna be like enjoyable, then why? Like that's so cheap. Like if you can't afford the extra parts, just don't do it. Or like if it's an expensive cake, just get like loads of Colin the Caterpillars. They're delicious from M&S. Like don't have it. I don't know how much this cake was, but £363.66, 18 dirham.
That is for a slice at a wedding.
You could
got invited for.
You could probably get like a cake for like 30 dirham, probably like a cheap enough one that has 10 slices. Charge your guests 30 dirham. Don't charge them, you know. Or don't have a cake.
Getting stingier or more generous? We need to have this debate. We need to actually do our research on this. But moving on to our first story, tropical storm Shaheen, residents warned to avoid beaches and some schools and to stick to online learning, which was announced by National Center of Meteorology, NCM, on Saturday. The tropical storm Shaheen intensified into a Category 1 tropical cyclone and will be affecting regions in the UAE and Oman. The storm has engulfed Oman's coast and Rainfall of various intensities as well as flash floods is expected to follow. Now, Oman has already declared Sunday and Monday as holidays due to the exceptional climate conditions being witnessed.
Now, schools and universities are affected in some regions. We have the information from Dubai Media Office this morning that that's in Hatta. So all other educational institutes will operate as normal, but in Hatta they're going to stick to online learning for 2 more days. And government employees in those regions have also been asked, or may be asked, to work from home as per the National Crisis, Emergency and Disaster Management Authority. And also, it's worth noting that it looks like a clear day today, but NCM will continue to study and evaluate the severity of the cyclone.
Yeah, NCM is also calling on members of the public to refrain from spreading any rumors regarding the storm and only follow the news and information issued by the center. So it's so important with a cyclone coming in, storms coming in, and people being affected in certain regions that we refrain from spreading any and all kinds of false information and just rely on official sources as well as Lovin Dubai, where we will get you all the official information in bite-sized news.
Exactly. So it's kind of like the NCM, National Centre of Meteorology. They have all of the updates there. So if you want to get the information directly from the government, go onto Twitter and it's there, because it's also an awareness piece, right? So you want people to be aware that there is a quite serious tropical storm heading our way. Shahir is our producer. Hi, Shahir. He's watching from behind. His friends are in Oman, and they were evacuated from their very coastal homes. Now, they're actually on the other side of Oman, but they were evacuated this morning at 3 a.m. because of the rains coming in. And I think this afternoon we're expecting to see some rains in the eastern part of the country here in Al Ain, but they're going to continue to monitor it and see. I think in Dubai we haven't been told to, battle down the hatches just yet. So there's no cause for concern yet. But like Dubai Media Office tweeted yesterday, they're going to continue to monitor that situation very closely, and any further updates on that will bring that directly to you.
And you are being asked to refrain from heading to the beaches or shorelines. And you know what? Like, the humidity is at an all-time high. The last couple of
this
days.
Weekend has been hot.
Really hot. Like, humidity is has skyrocketed. So, I mean, I would refrain from going to the beaches, nevertheless.
Steer clear. Let's move on to a tragic story that came in over the weekend. 4 people died in a helicopter crash tragedy in Abu Dhabi. So 2 pilots and 2 medics were in an air ambulance over the weekend, and the public now mourns Lieutenant Pilot Kamis Said Al Huli and Lieutenant Pilot Nasser Mohammed Al Rashidi, along with Dr. Shahid Faraq Ghulam and Nurse Joelle Kiwi Sacramento. They were unfortunately on duty when the crash happened. They passed away on Saturday, October 2, as a result of an ambulance accident which happened while they were on duty.
The General Command of Abu Dhabi Police extends its deepest condolences and sympathy to their families, acquaintances, and co-workers.
More information on that when we have it. It's just a very tragic story of 4 people's death in a helicopter accident, and our thoughts and our prayers are very much with the family at this time. And Abu Dhabi Police also shared their condolences with the family of the deceased.
But we move on to our next story. There was an alien invasion at Expo 2020 in Dubai to celebrate the National Day of France. Now, the France National Day was greatly celebrated at Expo 2020 Dubai and had the most futuristic guests. Now, Expo 2020 Dubai opened just on Friday officially to the public on October 1st, and already it's generating a lot of buzz with their daily shows and entertainment. And you might be wondering it's not French National Day, but you're right. Each of the country's pavilions will host an Expo National Day to showcase their culture, from food to technology and even design. And as for those guests that came to celebrate France's National Day at the biggest event in the country, they are rather peculiar. They're tall, walk on 4 legs, and are silver. So in short, an alien invasion took over Expo 2020 Dubai to celebrate the National Day of France.
So incredible. And also His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, he actually met with Jean-Yves Le Drian, the Foreign Affairs Minister of France. They both discussed the strategic partnership between the UAE and France, as well as Expo 2020's focus on building a better future for humanity. Now, accompanying them was also His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum there. And I actually cannot believe we've got to 10 minutes of this show, our first live show since the opening ceremony, and not discussed Expo. How did we do it? We've spoken about Expo for years and years and years, and we had the opening ceremony, and it's been all, for me and my friends, it's been all we've spoken about, because I don't think I really understood what an incredible thing is happening there at the expo site until I actually went to visit it on Friday. And I would just urge you to go if you haven't been. If you like, I'm sure not everyone has been just yet.
Yeah.
First of all, opening ceremony. We were here live discussing it with you, and then we broadcast it. Were you watching it? Were you impressed? We certainly were.
Oh my God, the shows, the lighting, the magic, the star-studded event was just such a spectacle, and it's something that we'll be remembering for years and years to come, for sure.
For sure. We had all of the incredible performers. A quick recap. We had Andrea Bocelli, Ellie Goulding. All of the set production was incredible. Of course, Langwang was there, Mohammed Abdu. So many performers. And such a spectacle, and watching the VIP arrives. And what really impressed was not the stadium, but the Al Wasl Dome, which is the largest dome. And actually, when I went on Friday and seeing that in real life, so that is the centerpiece for the expo site. So there's 3 districts, and you can drive and park at each, or you can get the metro directly into the Al Wasl Dome, which is just incredible. Off you hop, and there you are in this, nearly at the center. And the Al Wasl Dome itself will also have part of the daily shows. It'll also be continuous. So when I walked there at, let's say, 1 p.m. on Friday, it looks just as stunning in the daytime as it does at night. And then you can kind of see, so it's the largest projection installation in the world, or the most impressive or something. And how they've managed to project, I guess, the world on it and all of those beautiful designs. And it just looks as impressive in the day. And they actually have like, I guess they have sound effects. So as you walk up, you could hear like birds chirping, and there's a lot of like nature incorporated, and you just feel like you're nearly walking into this like greenhouse nearly, but then it's also you're half outside, half inside. It's just amazing. It's just fantastic.
Okay,
I can't believe it.
Your stories, I wasn't there, but I'll tell you how mind blown I was. Firstly, Casey was there at the same time. Sheikh Hamdan was there, the Crown Prince, Faza.
He got the metro. I was meant to get the metro because I've heard that it's the easiest way to get there and you hop off. However, then I was somewhere else and I had a lift, so I took the lift.
Oh my God! But nobody, I'm sure you wouldn't have seen him on the metro anyway. He would have been surrounded by bodyguards and.
But that's the thing, though. I don't think so. I think they, when I've actually been in the company of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, ruler of Dubai, in public, and they're surrounded by people, but they also walk among the people, and that's what's so incredible.
I guess I've never experienced them walking around, but yeah, I mean, if it happened, that would have been incredible.
Pick myself not to get the metro on Friday morning.
Number 2, Casey was given a personalized message by Messi himself.
So when I got to Expo, first of all, 192 pavilions representing the countries, and then there are also other pavilions, so I think in total over 200. I was there for a couple of hours, and I only got a tiny glimpse of the incredible pavilions that are there. And one of the pavilions I was in was the Plus Pavilion, which is part of Pepsi, who are the official snack and beverage partner. And inside, there's like so many things that you can kind of play with and interactive and immersive, and you really have to go and try them all for yourself to really, I guess, experience it. One of the things was I spread hope, so I like put a little bubble of hope up into the like technology atmosphere, I guess. And one of the other things was you could like type a little message, and Messi on AI says, "Hey Casey," or you can send a message. So, example, if your best friend is a Messi fan, I was actually able to send a message from Messi to my boyfriend
on his phone when he was not there.
So I sent it. So I got like, and then Messi like says, "Hey Jamie, we'll see you at the next match." And then it's awesome. So I sent that to Jamie, which is pretty cool.
Via text message.
Yeah. So he wasn't there, so I just like downloaded the video and sent it. He was like, "What is this?"
That is so cool.
And it's very lifelike. But like, that's just like there's so much. And even as you walk in, to be honest, if you're going, plan it out. We always say like we're going to talk about the calendar events all the time, but there's so much that when you go, I just parked at any car park, and then I arrived into the mobility district, and I was beside Australia and the Oman pavilion, and every single pavilion, guys, you've probably seen videos already. They are whopper. They are so cool. And like you see, I thought actually the best one was the Swiss pavilion, because it was the middle of the day. So actually, there's still people arriving in, and the one with the biggest queue was Switzerland, and it was just a really impressive building. And then everyone at the Swiss pavilion got umbrellas. So and it was quite hot, so you could see like everyone kind of going towards that one to get the shade. But it created such a cool view, because there was like 25, 30 people with these big red umbrellas, and then it's like mirrored on top. So it creates this like metal silver, it creates this really cool illusion, and that was just one of, but there's so much there. If you've gone, let us know your favorite pavilion, because we need to make a hit list.
If there's no chocolate in the Swiss pavilion, I would be very disappointed.
Word from us to you.
Anyway, but please tell me WhatsApp calls were working.
Good question. This is something that was announced or spoken about previously, and we can confirm that WhatsApp and Skype calls actually work at the Expo 2020 site. So as you know, we don't use WhatsApp calls in the UAE due to a VoIP connection ban. But of course, we're also talking all things Expo today, and the one extra addition at the site that you will be able to enjoy is the fact that if you log into the Expo Wi-Fi, you can actually receive WhatsApp calls and Skype as well.
And with Dubai anticipating 25+ million tourists over the next 6 months, course of the World Fair, this could very well mean that the block on phone calls via voice over internet protocol VoIP has eased at the Expo 2020 site for attendees.
And that's just one tiny Expo hack. And one of the other ones I would suggest is the Expo app. If you go there and you want to plan your visit and you want to find your way around, because you can walk it. First of all, you can, because I originally thought it would be too big, but I was able to find my way from one district to the other. And there's maps as you go, but also having the app will really be able to navigate your journey even more smoothly. There are also Expo movers, which will take you from one Expo to the other. But although I was able to walk it, and although there was maps, I would still say the scale is massive, and you're not always like, there's Expo centers, information centers that you can find, but it's also still very huge, and you want to be able to know your way and you want to feel comfortable. So I would have the app, because that would be able to guide you without needing to, because at the beginning I go in, not a notion where I was going, got my press pass on the way in. It was pretty cool, but I still didn't have it, and I had to be at a specific place at a specific time, so I was in a bit of a rush. So I was asking people as I went, and they would guide me to the next person, to the next person. But actually, even at the information centers, she gave me the directions, but she was like, it's going to be too confusing for me to give you the directions the whole way, so get to here and ask and ask and ask. So having the app is really going to help you navigate your way. Just if you haven't been or you weren't sure, adult tickets 95. It's free for
kids under the age of 18, as well as senior citizens above the age of 60, as well as those with disabilities.
I was just blown away, and I was only there for a couple of hours, and even especially when the weather cools down, like they have like grassy areas and seats set up, and Al Baik is there, that had a massive queue. There's just Al Baik, actually we saw the videos of the queue at Al Baik, like all of the food places had queues, I will say that. I was nearly going to be like, yes, this is my first time to try it, but the queue was at the door, so I left it.
Chai and I were looking at this over the weekend. We're like, people are going to the expo and they're queuing up for Al Baik. So,
but in all fairness, they were queuing, I think, and this is like the World Expos, if you know about them, like all the famous pavilions will have queues out the door. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
So even like I saw different queues. Was it the Saudi pavilion? They were having an event, and therefore it was busier. But you will see queues at the most popular ones, and like the Swiss one, they had a queue. Just go.
But I heard their queues are activated queues. So it's like, even if you're waiting in line, it's like you have something to do. They give you activities, or they get you listening to something or thinking of something. I'm not sure, but I read it's like activated queues. Like, that's interesting.
Would well believe it.
Yeah, and they have like everything planned out. So was it featured? Did you see robots all over the place? Like those mini robots guiding people?
No, I saw dance troops, and I believe that was part of the French parade as well, the dance troops. And I believe like every day, so like today is Uganda, and then they will have their parade. But actually about the queues, there is smart queuing. So if you know the pavilion you want to go to and you only have one day, let's say, for example, you're visiting, you can do smart queuing and actually skip the queue or figure that out.
Via the app.
Via the app, or depends on the ticket that you buy.
Okay.
So there's different ways that if you know that there's specific ones you want to go to and it may be a busy day, you can try smart queuing for that.
But one thing about families, they were families where must be like, oh, it's 4 of us, it's 95 per head. No, if you have kids under the age of 18 and kids who are students and still studying, it's free for them. So only the adults pay. So that's a great life hack. So we have the Expo app, we have WhatsApp calls working, we have free tickets for students and those below the ages of 18 as well as senior citizens. So make sure to plan it out, check it out, because it's so cool.
100%. And actually with the app that we discussed, you can get your tickets there, you can reserve your smart queues, you can learn about the 200 plus dining options there, because when I was there, I hadn't learned about the dining options in advance, and then I saw that there's right beside where I was, there was Saddle had a coffee place, and then I found Al Baik, and then there was like a great Lebanese, but actually there's over 200 dining options, and you know that they're going to be, I happened upon these. However, I'm going to go back and I'm going to actually really research it, and because you know that there's really going to be some quite interesting options there, so I'd like to like research again before I go back and spend some more time.
And Casey got the iconic picture, guys.
Oh, I did. So the iconic picture is under the Al Wasl Dome. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan Crown Prince of Dubai was the first to do it, obviously, because he's great with photography, and he snapped a picture of a selfie, and his face is kind of like lit up by the dome. And then post the opening ceremony, Ellie Goulding, Hussein Al Jassimi,
yes.
all of the performers and stars, they did like a ring around one, and I was third.
You killed it, smashed it. I think yours was the best.
Thanks, Erin. I just before we finish up, I want to go back. There's some questions about someone talking about birthday cakes and then wedding cakes, and we need to leave the cake guys alone, which is a point.
Why do we need to leave the cake guys alone? That is weird. Someone would charge. Would you charge at your weddings guests to pay for the cake? Like, please let them know in advance, because they, you know, like they should have the option of coming or not. Then
I guess we should get more information about the couple. I guess, yeah, we always need the backstory, right?
We need the backstory, but just the headlines itself. If we talk about just the headlines, then it's very weird. But yeah, we will tell you more on the cake tomorrow. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And that is it for the top news segment of the Lovin Dubai show. But stay tuned. We had Lady Rosa in studio last week. She talked all things presenting and how she jumped from a career in engineering to one of the most interesting presenters right now. So stay tuned. She'll be with us in 30 seconds. Lovin Extra is here. This is the new membership, and while absolutely nothing changes for our readers, extra members get access to premium content, exclusive competitions, and first look for tickets and access to the coolest events across the city, and Lovin merch. If you subscribe right now, a very cool Lovin Red Eco Water bottle will be delivered to your door. Lovin Dubai show, we are now joined by girl boss Lady Rosa. Not only is she one of Dubai's favourite content creators, but she's also a stylist and a radio presenter of GCC's top-ranking radio station, NBC. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
All good.
Thank you so much for joining. I feel like there's a lot to get through. So first of all, for our audience who may not know, can you give us a little bit of background as to who you are and what exactly it is that you do?
Yeah, first, I'm so happy to be here. And so, Lady Rosa, a young lady who joined the radio 2 years ago, NBC Radios. And I studied in Baghdad. I finished my education there. I was an engineer. And then by chance, I joined NBC Radios, and
the rest is history. That's amazing. How do you go from engineering? Was that your passion? What was your passion growing up?
So basically, when I was a teenager, I used to work on Photoshop. And when I joined IT engineering, I thought like they will teach me more about it. And then it was it's more serious, you know?
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's more serious and it's more complicated than what I thought. And once I graduated, then I've never worked as an engineer. This is the thing. But I started working like for 2 months just to get experience, and then they called me, NBC. Hi Rosa, would you join us? I said, yeah, okay. Let me see.
What a phone call to get. But so were you doing a little bit of work experience with them? How did they know about you?
Okay, so I worked for a few months in a company in Abu Dhabi,
Okay.
and I was managing the project with MBC. And then they saw me, I'm like so positive, I talk a lot. And they just they said like, you're perfect for this
The
position.
golden call.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, let me see.
Let me just check my schedule.
Yeah, at the beginning, and then I was so happy. Like it's a big thing.
True. And was that directly going into your own show, Ala Mudak, or was that going into a different type of role?
Okay, so first it was a month. I present another show just to test me, and then Ala Mudak, just the big show.
Wow.
Yeah, in Saudi Arabia. And now I'm presenting another show.
Amazing.
Called The Trend.
The Trend is interesting.
Yeah. Gossips, stars, social media, everything.
Amazing. And that's all with NBC, like such a mammoth company to be working with.
Right.
But you're going in, and for anyone who kind of gets inspiration from you, maybe they want a similar career. Was it challenging starting off? Like, are these shows live, by the way?
Yes. For Ala Mudak was 3 hours, and 3 hours standing on the mixer and presenting. I'm a sound engineer as well. Like to be honest, let me say this: when I joined NBC, I didn't know anything at all, from zero to hero. Preparing my show, the content, the ads, the music, everything. They teach me everything.
Wow, yeah. That's incredible.
So I'm a director as well.
And so when you're live, like, have there already been like any favorite moments or any kind of like a moment when something didn't quite go right? Like, what's your most memorable moment being live?
So basically, I was interviewing a star, and then
who?
I don't want to answer. And then
we'll get it after.
I was talking to him, and the interview was showing on the TV as well. So I was talking to him, and then the moment of silence. I was like, I can't talk anymore. Yeah, it happened, and then moment of silence for a few seconds, and then khalas.
It was a nervous moment.
Yeah, it was a nervous. I couldn't say anything. You know, it happens, right?
100%. Oh God, it happens all the time. But the thing is, I think we're more aware of it, and then you look back, and it's not actually as obvious to the audience as it might be to you.
Yeah, because to be honest, being a radio presenter is like being an octopus. You have so many hands. You have the preparation, the cameras, the mixer, the ads, the log. You have to do lots of things, and even the listeners, the calls, you have to control everything at the same time. And especially when you have a guest in the studio, it will be more nervous to talk to him, to look at him, to interact with him, and to do everything. So yeah, it happened at the beginning.
Especially when it's a one-woman show, and I don't think people sometimes see that. But as well as being in radio, you're also a content creator, you're a stylist. Where is the real passion for you? Like, where do you see yourself?
So as I told you, when I was a teenager, I used to do designs on Photoshop, and I love this, even creating videos. So when I joined the college, I felt like I'm getting back in the States. So once I...
Where did you grow up, by the way?
In Baghdad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was the scene there for fashion and style and trending?
No, at all. My mom and dad want me to be a doctor. Okay. And I refused. So like, I want to be an engineer.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a bad decision at that time, but whatever, I could make it, to do what I want and what I love. When I come to Dubai, I felt like this is what I want. This is what I really want to do. I get a laptop. Let's do it. Start to do my hobbies, my passion, and yeah. And
are your parents okay with your radio presenting now?
Yes.
They're good now.
I feel more fresh. You know, when you do what you love, you feel more confident, more fresh. Even your face, your expressions, you feel like more beautiful.
You found what you want to do.
Yes.
A lucky girl. But interesting, looking at your Instagram, guys, if you check out Lady Rose on Instagram, some of your looks, it's not just like it's fashion, like they're just phenomenal. So I have two that are going to come up on screen now, and I'd like you to just tell us about them because they look very high fashion. I want to know the story behind them. So the first one, and they'll be able to see it on Facebook. So if you're watching on Instagram, please check on Facebook. This look.
Oh, I love this. It's a mermaid. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's like a black tie mermaid, right?
Yeah. So this is the dress. How does it look? So when I'm standing, it looks sexy, but in this angle and this pose, it looks like a mermaid. And this is how you should show this dress, to be honest.
And was it with a fashion brand, or what was the purpose of posting it?
Yeah, it was with Zina Zakid.
Okay.
She's an Iraqi designer. So we was working on something and we come up with this amazing photo.
Amazing. Yeah. So this is one, and kind of another one that's maybe a little bit more whimsical. Is this?
Oh, I love this
butterfly
yeah, I love
creation.
This. So basically, my nickname in NBC, it's NBC Butterfly. They see me as a butterfly because I'm like so positive. I go from here and here. And,
oh wow!
Yeah, so I designed this. I add the wings for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Incredible. And where did you wear it?
This was the Emmy Gala.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's, by the way, it's not real wings.
Well,
it looks like fabric.
I don't think you're going to fly, but what do you mean?
It's the main and the original photo without the wings. I did this.
Okay.
Yeah,
sneaky. It's incredible. So you worked together, and even the gown itself, though, is super stunning. And who designed the gown?
Hamda Al-Fahim. She's a local designer.
So if you can see all of her looks, obviously styling and fashion is a big part of what you do as well.
Yeah.
How much of your time do you give towards fashion?
Oh my God.
What?
Lots. Sometimes I feel it's a headache. I don't want to do this, but it's something in my blood.
What do you mean? What do you mean it takes a lot of your time? Like, how does it take your time?
Searching for clothes, for looks, and having a new ideas, a new fashion styles. This is what take lots of time, and having lots of clothes in your closet, it's
I see your face. You're like, I really want to see a photo. Can we get a photo and add here of your closet?
Okay.
Because that would be
she can.
I can just see your eyes being like, it's a lot. I'd love to see your closet one day. That'd be so good. Take a video and send it to us.
Inshallah.
Favorite designer?
Favorite designer? Lots. So Elisa.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
I love
Amazing. People that look at your journey, I think it can be very inspirational for people who are looking at a job in media. But it's interesting about the fashion that although your Instagram feed is amazing, now we know that it doesn't come easy. It takes many hours to get those looks. Any tips or advice that you give to anyone who's looking to jump industry? Because from engineering into media is like a whole thing, and you've obviously started from the ground up. What advice would you give to someone?
I would say follow your passion and do what you have to do. Work hard, be patient. This is the main thing. Like don't be disappointed from the first time, from the first step. No, work hard and fight for what you want.
Amazing. And do you have in terms of what you want and fighting for it, do you have a 5-year plan? Do you have a 10-year plan? Do you know where you want to see yourself?
No. To be honest, when I see what I've done, I feel like it's by chance. It's like God plan. You know, I've never planned for anything. I've never.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just the road that may.
Just be positive and work hard, and people will see what you're doing. The right people, like, let's say.
The right people. Guys, that is Lady Rosa. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And if people want to listen to your show or if they want to follow you, how can they do that?
Basically, they can follow me at Rosa Insta, my Instagram, TikTok. And my show is live on NBC Radio's app.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Stay safe, stay safe and wash your hands. Bye-bye. Guys, that is a wrap for the Lovin Daily. We are back same time, same place every weekday morning. And of course, don't miss the Lovin Show every Tuesday where I chat with Dubai personalities. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have a great day.